to the presence of the panel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are in the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, everyone. Please be
Will
seated.
you call witnesses?
Tracy Torres McGlory.
Please watch your step. And if you'll remain standing, raise your right hand and face the clerk, please.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may be seated. Please state and spell your first and last name for the record.
TRACYMIGLIORE.
Thank you. Ma'am, you also go by, is it McGlory?
Just go by McGlory, yes.
Okay. Turning your attention back to September of 2022, did you see something on TV that caused you to call the police?
Yes.
Do you recall what the circumstances were and what you saw on TV that caused you to call police?
The description of the person I seen in the park.
Okay.
What they were wearing stood out.
Okay. Now, did you see video on TV concerning a crime in reference to a journalist, and you saw clips of that, and you said, "I recognize that person"?
Yes.
If I may turn your attention, and for the record, this is State's Exhibit 338. This is the press release that was released on September 5th, 2022. It's not playing. Can you see that?
Yes.
Was that the clip that you had seen on TV?
Yes.
And as a result of seeing this clip, did you call the police?
Yes.
Now, you had testified, get this to stop, that you had seen something that gave rise to concern because you had seen this individual previously.
That's correct.
Where was it that you saw what you believed was this individual?
At Bruce Trent Park?
Bruce Trent Park?
Yes.
That's in Clark County, Nevada.
Yes.
Is Bruce Trent Park off of Vegas Drive in Rampart?
That's correct.
When did you see this individual?
It was about 4:30 in the evening.
Okay. And what date do you recall?
It was on the 28th of August.
So that would have been a Sunday,
That's correct.
and about 4:30.
Yes.
I'm going to show you what, if we could have marked as defense exhibit Y2. And this will be admitted by stipulation?
Sure.
I'm going to show you, if I can get the Elmo up. Is this right here, Bruce Trent Park? I showed you this prior to your testimony.
Yes, you did, yeah.
And that's the park you were at?
That's correct.
Now, is this a Summerlin Park? Is there like a soccer park complex there?
Yes, I believe there's for softball and maybe ice skating, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Just other things.
So when you saw this person, it was Sunday, August 28th, 2022. Was it warm outside?
Very warm. Okay.
And anything catch your attention concerning this individual that you saw?
Yes, yes.
What did you see, please?
I seen somebody that was fully covered from head to toe and wearing black gloves. Yes,
Did this individual have tennis shoes on?
yes,
You have to speak up.
yes, yes,
Did this individual have a straw hat on like the one that we saw in that clip?
yes, sir.
And where did you see this person at this Bruce Trent Park?
I seen him walking across the children's play area,
Okay.
and I seen him enter the men's restroom.
If I could have what's going to be marked and admitted by stipulation, defense exhibit.
C2?
C2.
No objection.
It's admitted.
Is this the bathroom in this Bruce Trent Park?
Yes, sir.
How long was this person around this bathroom?
He went in and then he went out, came out, and then he went back in.
And you say he, how do you know that it was a male versus a female?
I can tell by the way he walked.
Okay. Did you interact with this person, speak
No.
to this person?
No, I did not.
Were you concerned regarding the way this person looked in reference to your grandchildren or those that you were with?
Yes, I was very concerned for the children in the park.
Now, you didn't call the police on August 28th, this Sunday, when you saw this person.
No, I did not.
But you called the police after you saw this person again on September 5th for this release. It was a Metro press release concerning a suspect.
Yes, I saw it.
And did you call and give the same description, these same concerns when you called? And let me ask you this, it was on September 7th, wasn't it, that you called?
Yes.
Were you ever interviewed by any detectives or any police officers in reference to this person that you saw?
No.
Did this person also have a bag?
Yes.
Do you recall what type of bag this person had?
A duffel bag?
A duffel bag. Do you recall the color?
It was black?
A black duffel bag.
Yes.
Was this person's face covered
Yes.
with gloves?
With gloves?
Yes, I'm asking you, this person have gloves?
Oh, he had gloves on, but his face was covered with a mask.
Okay.
You know, like a COVID mask.
And you were able on August 28th to get a good look of this person's getup.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
You got a good view of this person?
Yes.
You were close enough. About how far were you? From me to you? Farther? What was your vantage point?
Probably where the officer is at the back door.
Okay. Good 30 feet?
Yes.
Thank you.
At one point, I was that far. He was that far from me, but as he went into the men's restroom, I was closer. I could see him a lot closer.
You never spoke to him?
No.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Okay.
Cross-examination.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
Let's, this is Defense Exhibit 22. I think you just said that you, at one point, were about 30, oh,
For the record, that's Z2.
ZZ, thank you. I believe you said at one point you were like 30 feet from this individual?
Yes.
And so, there's a mouse in front of you, do you see that on the table?
Okay.
Are you able to kind of indicate where you were and where that person was?
So, if I may ask, is the right side the women's bathroom and the left side is the men's restroom?
So I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to give you
Okay.
answers, but maybe you could just point out where you were?
Okay. I was actually, I'm gonna say it was about kind of like back over here.
Okay, so in the image, sort of the lower right corner in that sand area, is that yes? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
please.
And the individual was closer, I assume, to the structure?
Yes.
And which side of the structure was the individual on?
On the men's side.
Okay, and whatever side that is?
Yes.
And do you recall now which side that was?
I'm trying to identify the park because I've been to this park several times and I'm trying to identify what side
Oh,
the
okay.
men's restroom is on. It's not
Okay.
really clear, you know?
Okay, so you can't, I mean,
It's hard to tell.
you've been to that park, but you can't tell by this photo where you were? Or which side, I guess, is the men's side, if I'm understanding you?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's way far over here is the men's side.
Okay, so then to the other side of the picture.
Yes.
And then you're as I understood you, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were more in the sand area in the lower right part of the picture?
Yes.
Okay, and so did that distance ever get closer?
Yes, because he walked across the children's playground area to the men's restroom.
Okay, so.
So I
and
seen him from far away, and it concerned me when I first saw him. But then when he walked across the playground to the men's restroom, that concerned me even more.
Okay. Now, the person that you saw, you assume male because of how the person walked?
Yes.
How tall was the person?
I'd say about 5'9", 5'8", 5'9".
5'8" or 5'9"? And we said that you believe the person was male. It sounds like the person had gloves on, and then I think I heard you say a face covering as well?
Yes.
So I would assume you don't know what that person's face looks like.
Well, I seen his face when he was running.
Okay.
So
Tell me about that.
So when I left the park with my granddaughter, I went around the corner up Durango.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. So there's Rampart, and then there's another side, which is Durango.
Okay.
So I went up Durango towards West Cliff, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen him running up, running towards another park that's down the other way. But as he was running, his hat was coming off, and his hoodie was coming off, and he didn't have his face mask on.
Okay.
But he looked like a light-skinned male bald.
Light-skinned male bald.
Yeah.
And you said there was a hoodie as well?
That's correct.
What color was that hoodie?
I believe it was a dark gray.
Dark gray.
Yeah.
And then the build of the person, would you say heavy build, medium build,
Thin.
thin?
Yeah.
And when you see his face, how far away are you at that point?
Well, I'm driving, and he's running on the sidewalk. So
Okay.
I'd say about maybe 30 feet.
Okay, 30 feet.
Maybe less. I don't know.
Was your car actually moving?
Yes, it was moving.
Okay, so you're in kind of a moving car, and then you observe him this second
I
time?
was going slow, yes.
Yeah.
Just to see, yeah.
Okay, and the person, as I understand it, caused you concern, but you didn't really see the person do anything except run and kind of walk across the children's playground?
Yes.
Okay, and when you saw the individual in the park when you weren't in your car, the person had gloves on
Yes.
and then tennis shoes?
Correct.
And walked, I guess, looking at this exhibit, is the children's park to the right side?
It's just depending on what street you're on. If you're on Vegas, you're looking at the splash pad and the men's restroom. If you're
Okay.
on Rampart, you're going to be looking at the actual whole playground,
Uh-huh.
and you'll see the side of the women's bathroom.
Okay. And does this exhibit that we have in front of you, does that not give you enough detail to be able to orient on where that playground might be?
No, it doesn't give me enough detail,
Okay.
because then it's kind of hard to determine my distance.
Sure.
Especially because we were at the splash pad at one point,
Okay.
and we walked away from the splash pad because of that.
Okay. And then when you saw the person near the men's restroom, the individual walked in and walked out?
Yes,
How long was the person in the restroom?
just for a second.
A second?
Walked in, yeah. I'd say maybe like 5 seconds, and then walked out.
Okay. And you see all this on August the 28th?
That's correct.
And obviously, nothing about it on August the 28th caused you concern, right? I mean, to call the police, I should say.
It did, but I think I was just trying to process it because I was a little creeped out by it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what made you, like, when you say, like, creeped out on August the 28th?
It didn't look right. Something looked very eerie about the whole thing.
Okay.
Especially the way he was moving his hands.
And
That frightened me, and especially because the children were there was a lot of kids at the playground that day.
okay. So you were concerned about this person, like, immediately when you saw him on August the 28th?
Yes.
And then you get in the car with the children that are with you, and then you see him again running?
Yes.
What was he doing that caused you concern when he was running?
I don't know. I think it was just seeing him walking the way he did and then seeing him running. It made me think something happened or something was happening. I didn't know. I was more concerned he was going to go to another park. And I don't know. I was just scared for the kids. That's all.
You were scared for the kids. Did you ever see him interact with a kid?
No, nothing at all.
And when you say like you were concerned about the way he was walking, what about that caused you concern?
Something just didn't look right about it.
Okay. And was it like because the person was walking fast or slow or?
Well, first of all, he was completely covered with gloves on in the heat that way.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look like a homeless man.
Sure.
So that's what
The
caught my
clothing.
attention. It caught my attention, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so were you, based on what you saw on August the 28th, did you think about calling the police and reporting this person?
No, it didn't dawn on me just yet what was going on. I kind of like just let it be. I know I wasn't really thinking something was going to happen, you know.
Okay. And so
Yeah.
it's sometime after that that you see the public information video sent out by Metro?
Yes,
Do you remember what date you saw that?
I believe it was the 7th.
The 7th of September?
I believe so.
Okay, so what do you have up there?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just my notes of the date.
Oh,
Of the date.
May I
I'm
have
sorry.
a copy of those, please, Your Honor?
Sure, if you want to, both of you go and look faster, if you want to
Thank you.
give them out as well.
Thank you, Will.
You're welcome.
Can I just take these up while I'm doing cross, and then I'll give them back
No
to you?
worries. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So these notes that you gave me on this piece of paper, did you type these?
Actually, my husband did.
Okay.
But
It was sort of based on what you're
it
saying?
was based on the police report that I made. Yes, based on the police report that I made.
Okay,
Yeah.
so at some point, it looks like on your notes, it says Wednesday 9/7 at 7:43 p.m.
Okay.
Is that the date you
That's
called
the
the
date,
police?
yes, uh-huh.
Okay, and so you reported, you saw something on TV and then you make the report after that?
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
and then did your husband just write these in order for you to keep your memory to sort of, I guess?
Just to help me because it was 2022, so
Yeah.
it was a little foggy from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so did you kind of, it seems like you explained exactly what you just testified to
Yes.
this afternoon?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. And then after you made your report of the sighting to the police, it's my understanding that you weren't talked to?
No.
Okay. And did you ever make like any kind of follow-up call?
No.
Did you ever see this person in the area of that park again?
No. I hadn't gone back to that park for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not just at the park, but anywhere? Had you ever seen the person
Never,
again?
no.
Never? Okay. So the one time you see this person is on August the 28th?
That's correct.
And how long total time do you think you had to observe the person?
About 30 minutes.
Okay,
Possibly.
so quite a bit of time.
In between that time, yeah. It was in between that time of 30 minutes. Because I had to have my granddaughter home at 5.
Okay.
So we were kind of rushing, trying to play and get her home.
Yeah.
So
Did you think because of the outfit the person might have been a worker or a groundskeeper, or
it did not look like that at all.
because the outfit looked different than that to you, or?
He looked very peculiar. I don't know.
Peculiar?
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Was there reflection
Something didn't
on
seem
the
right.
clothing? Was the clothing reflective?
no.
There was no reflective
No.
clothing on at all? Okay. And then just sort of the hat that you described?
Yes, and something just didn't seem right because that hoodie was very tight on his face.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a hoodie and then a hat on top of that?
Yes.
Okay. And that hoodie, I think you described as sort of darker color?
Yes.
And then you see that when he's running and the hat comes up a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was coming off.
Okay,
as he was running.
just 1 second, okay? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mayor Proch, I'd like to return her notes to her.
Sure, do you want to mark it and make it part of the record?
If that's okay with the witness and counsel, that's fine.
Do you mind if we mark it and make it part of the record, or do you want a copy of it?
I don't mind.
Okay, so just
We have
court's
no problem.
exhibit.
Yeah.
Court's exhibit.
Mayor
Next line.
Proch.
May.
It's gonna be Court's Exhibit number 16.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Draskovich?
Thank you, ma'am. I have no further questions. Thank you
Okay.
for your
Am I
testimony.
done?
Thank you very much
Thank
for your, just make sure. Thank you very much for your testimony here today. You may step down. And you'll excuse me your subpoena. Thank you very much for being here. You may call your next witness.
Your Honor, the second witness we were going to call, Ms. Loftus, had a flight delay. It's the way things work out. She was coming early. There's a flight delay. She's not going to be here until late this afternoon. We anticipate calling her in the morning. And there's another issue concerning a witness that I believe that we were going to address at the
Sure. Can I just have the attorney's approach so we can decide the time tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to conclude for the day. During this recess, you're admonished not to discuss or communicate with anyone, including your fellow jurors, in any way regarding the case or its merits, either by voice, phone, email, text, internet, or the means of communication, or social media, or read, watch, or listen to any news or media accounts or commentary about the case. Do any research, consult dictionaries, the internet, or reference materials. Do any investigation, test a theory, recreate any aspect of the case, or in any other way investigate or learn about the case on your own, or form or express any opinion regarding the case until it is finally submitted to you. We'll be in recess till tomorrow morning at 10:30. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, for asking, very,